When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the film, TV, and even literature witches who left their generation utterly spellbound.
Tú vendes la vida, tú podrías perpetuar.
Number 10. Sally and Jillian Owens. Practical magic. Is there any connection stronger than the one between sisters?
I feel like I'm never gonna see you again.
Of course you're gonna see me again. We're gonna grow old together. It's gonna be you and me. Living in a big house, these two old biddies with all these cats.
For the Owens sisters, it's them against the world. Thanks to an old family curse and a society still not ready to embrace magical beings, they vow to always have each other's backs, no matter what.
Thanks for being my sister.
It's alright, let's just put this all behind us.
Sally is the more level-headed sister to Jillian's free spirit. However, together they're unstoppable. Although love and romance play a big role in the movie, these sisters prove they don't need a knight in shining armor to save the day. Their bond and magic are more than enough. Sally and Jillian created a space for those who've never quite fit into society's boxes, a message that still rings true today.
Was it our joined hands that finally lifted Maria's curse? I'd like to think so.
Number 9. Wanda Maximoff, aka Scarlet Witch. Marvel Cinematic Universe. Comic book fans first met this character in 1964's The X-Men, number 4, but most of us discovered her when she joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Wanda and her twin brother Pietro initially side with Hydra, whose experiments strengthen her powers.
But I saw Stark's fear. I knew it would control him, make him self-destruct.
Everyone creates the thing they dread.
Eventually they switch sides and join the Avengers. Though Wanda is initially overwhelmed by her abilities, she gradually learns to control them.
Hands off.
She even creates an alternate reality based on the sitcoms she loved as a child. Wanda may think she's in charge, but it turns out that someone else is pulling the strings.
Who's been pulling every evil string?
It's been Agatha all along.
Agatha also fully pushes Wanda to embrace her destiny as the Scarlet Witch. Number 8. Sabrina Spellman. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. If you grew up watching teenage witches, you probably wished for magical powers to help you survive school. Even though magic often caused more trouble than it solved. That's what we loved about Sabrina. She was a relatable teen who just happened to have magical abilities.
You're still here.
I'll always be here for you.
I was afraid you'd say that.
She lived with her aunts and their talking cat, Salem, who guided her through the ups and downs of growing up and learning to manage her powers. Sure, her spells had a tendency to backfire, but that was part of the show's charm.
Did I by any chance try to take over the world this afternoon, get caught by the Witches' Council, get put on trial and almost become a cat, or did I just dream all that?
Do you really want to know?
No.
We eventually got a version of Sabrina closer to her comic book roots, but let's be honest, Melissa Joan Hart's Sabrina practically raised a generation.
And now the teachers think I'm smart. The jocks think I'm cool. Oh, and I'm going to the movies with Harvey and Jenny Saturday night. Woohoo! I'm normal! Gotta go tell the cat.
Number 7. Hermione Granger. The Harry Potter franchise. Let's be real, this franchise could easily be titled Hermione Granger and the Time She Saved the Day. She's undeniably the unsung hero of the story.
Lucky we didn't panic.
Lucky Hermione pays attention in herbology.
Without her quick thinking and book smarts, Harry might not have made it through his first year at Hogwarts. Hermione doesn't just seem to have all the answers, she's practical and prepared for nearly any situation.
Another Freddy.
Undetectable extension charm.
You're amazing, you are.
Always the tone of surprise.
She isn't just guided by her intelligence, but also her intuition and genuine compassion for others. As the series progressed, she grew more confident and comfortable in herself.
He really is out there, isn't he? We've got to be able to defend ourselves. And if Umbridge refuses to teach us how, we need someone who will.
Also, speaking of great witches in this franchise, we think we can all agree that Professor McGonagall is an underrated icon.
That was bloody brilliant.
Oh, thank you for that assessment, Mr. Weasley.
Number 6. Willow Rosenberg, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. When we first met Willow Rosenberg, she was the wallflower of the Scooby Gang. But with her friends' support, she quickly found her stride.
Finally, the nightmare ends! Okay, so how do we save it?
Deliver.
Deliver? Where's that? Oh!
Still, many of us could relate to her struggles with self-confidence and finding her place.
Channeling such potent magic through yourself, it could open a door that you may not be able to close.
I don't want you putting yourself in any danger, Will.
And I don't want danger. Big no to danger, but I may be the best person to do this.
As the series progressed, Willow's magical abilities grew. Yes, she went too far, but we'll set that aside for now. Willow also became part of a same-sex couple at a time when LGBTQIA+ representation was rare on TV. The best part is that they didn't make her sexuality her entire identity. It was just one part of who she was. Willow became a role model for a generation, showing that it's more than okay to just be yourself.
I forgot how good this could feel. Us together. Without the magic.
There was plenty of magic.
Number 5. Ursula, the Little Mermaid. Do Disney villains get more fabulous than Ursula? She doesn't need much screen time to whip up a storm of trouble.
King Triton's headstrong, lovesick girl would make a charming addition to my little garden.
Banished from Triton's kingdom for reasons unexplored in the 1989 Disney tale, Ursula thrives on making deals with merfolk that always tip the scales in her favour. While she's as deceitful as they come, she's surprisingly upfront about her intentions. Come on, Ariel, we know it's a catchy tune, but maybe listen to what she's actually saying?
Now it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to rake 'em across the coals.
Modelled after drag queen Divine, Ursula is the ultimate unforgettable villain. She can switch from hilarious to terrifying in the blink of an eye. This sea witch's magnetic presence keeps us hooked every second she's on screen.
Bosses on a roll. This poor, unfortunate soul.
Number 4. The Charmed Ones. Charmed. At its heart, the original Charmed series is about 3 powerful sisters using their magic to protect the innocent and battle evil. While it was full-on fantasy, the show also tackled real themes like family, friendship, love, and personal growth.
You haven't kissed me like that since
this morning, 1999, remember? We were supposed to meet, you had to leave, I went up to the attic, and this is where I came, the future. And if you don't believe me, at least believe what you feel, trust that.
The Halliwell sisters' struggles with their powers and personal lives made them relatable, drawing in a dedicated fan base. It became a pop culture phenomenon, and apparently even some Wiccans were impressed with how it portrayed their beliefs and customs.
All we have to do is hold off the demons until Dad and Prue get out.
You haven't by any chance had a premonition that this is all gonna turn out okay and you've just neglected to inform your—
The sisters bewitched us with their humour, heart, and of course, loads of magic. After seeing them in action, who didn't want to start their own Power of 3 coven?
Power of 3 will set us free. The power of 3 will set us free. The power of 3 will set us free.
Number 3. The Sanderson Sisters. Hocus Pocus. Is there anything scarier than a trio of witches who feed on children to stay young? Definitely not if you're a kid. The Sanderson sisters are resurrected by Max, a teenager who lights a black flame candle, fulfilling an old curse.
We are home! Oh, sweet revenge! Do these to satisfy us work perfectly! No, that's because thou art perfect.
While we were definitely scared stiff whenever the Sanderson sisters appeared, we were also entranced by them. Their distinct personalities gave us plenty of laughs, but also sent chills down our spines as they chased our heroes through Salem. The sisters put a spell on us from the moment we met them, making the film a cult classic for the spooky season.
I have put a spell on you, and now you're gone.
And as the 2022 sequel revealed, that spell still hasn't worn off.
I say into I, alpha, maybe up and die. In come a Koreana, hey, hi, come on baby, up and die.
Number 2. Samantha Stevens, Bewitched. Get ready to wiggle your noses. Samantha is a witch who marries a mortal man, defying her family's wishes.
And a straw?
You're a witch. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
She tries to balance her magical powers with a normal life, and like any great comedy, things often go hilariously wrong, especially when her mother, Endora, shows up. Samantha works hard to fit into the non-magical world, but magic usually becomes her last-minute fix.
I had to be in 2 places at once, so Mother volunteered to double for me. That's when she met Bob.
She met Bob. Then it really is Endora?
Afraid so, darling.
She was a groundbreaking character who challenged gender roles and witchy stereotypes, showing that women could be strong, capable, and magical. Elizabeth Montgomery, who played Samantha, said that to her, the show was about the fallout that comes with not letting people live as their true selves. Talk about ahead of its time.
How do you always know when I want to see you?
Oh, just call it witch's intuition.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Melisandre, Game of Thrones. Mysterious and fascinating, this witch is a force of nature.
I see a darkness in you. And in that darkness, eyes staring back at me. Brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes.
The Blair Witch. The Blair Witch Project. The most terrifying witch we've never seen. The White Witch, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Did it just get cold in here, or is the White Witch nearby?
Go on ahead, gather the faithful. If it's a war Aslan wants, it's a war he shall get.
The Coven, The Craft, and we thought our high school had some witches.
How do I get down? Shh. Who's got the instructions?
Just keep concentrating.
The Grand High Witch, The Witches. That unmasking scene still haunts our nightmares.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Wicked Witch of the West, The Wizard of Oz. Few witches have struck fear into generations of children quite like this one.
Take special care of those ruby zippers. I want those most of all. Now fly! Fly!
With only about 12 minutes of screen time, that's impressive. However, did anyone else grow up feeling a bit sympathetic towards her and questioning if Glinda was really so good?
Their magic must be very powerful, or she wouldn't want them so badly.
You stay out of this, Glinda, or I'll fix you as well.
Oh, rubbish. You have no power here. Be gone before somebody drops a house on you too.
Wicked gave us fresh perspectives on both characters, making them iconic in their own right.
One short day,
and we're warring our city. Now that we're in here, just that we've been here before we are gone.
Yet this green gal remains the most bewitching of them all. Margaret Hamilton's portrayal of Oz's villain was so compelling that she reprised the role on Sesame Street, only to have the episode banned for being too scary. She even appeared on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood to reassure kids it was just make-believe. Even now, she still can chill us to the core.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Which pop culture witch would you want to start a coven with? Let us know in the comments.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.